Welcome back, class. So far we have studied about, we started with the basics of the Boolean algebra. Then we learned about the Boolean algebra rules, the simplification using K-map, that if you have any SOP product, SOP term, sum of product term, and you want to simplify that, we can quickly simplify using K-map. We have learned about the different universal gates, NAND and NOR gates, that how by using them we can make any logic circuits. So now we are going to study about the actual designing and implementation of a digital design using combinational logic functions. So we have learned about the combinational logics. The SOP, POS are the combinational logics. So then how by using these combinational logics designs, how we can actually implement actual circuits. For example, you want to implement adder, you want to implement a decoder, you want to implement encoder, comparator. Okay. So now our focus is on gate level design. Gate level design of any digital logic, whatever you want. Okay, so that is the focus of this chapter. We are going to learn about how we can actually design, okay, any digital circuit from top to the end, the implementation. So we are going to learn about basically the adder circuits, comparator, encoder and decoder. Okay, so let's see the first one. So first one is half adder circuit. Okay, so we have learned that, for example, if you just want to add 0 and 0, your answer will be 0. If you want to add 0 and 1, your answer will be 1. If you add 1 and 0, your answer will be 1. And if you add 1 and 1, your answer will be 0 and you will have 1 carry. Right? So this is just a simple addition. Now we are going to learn that how we can actually implement this in actual digital system. So we know that the arithmetic logic unit is widely used in the microprocessors, the motherboards. So adder is a very vital part of the arithmetic logic unit, ALU. Okay. So what is our problem here? So whenever we are going for the gate level design, first thing is design procedure. The first step is define the problem, state the problem. For example, in this case, our problem is we want to build a adder. Okay, so this is firstly we are going to build a half adder. Okay, we will see that why we are calling this half adder. So we are actually calling this half adder because we are just going to add two binary inputs. Okay, two binary inputs means, for example, this is one input, okay, X. This is another input Y. Okay, so let me draw the block level of this. Like I have two inputs, two binary inputs, X and Y, and what you want to do, you want to add them. Okay, summation, addition. Okay, so we are going to use a half wave adder. So what we are going to do, we are just going to add them. What is our results? We will get a sum. 0 plus 0, this is my sum term, right? 0 plus 1, this is my sum term. 1 plus 1, sum is 0 and carry is 1. So I am going to get a 1 sum term. Let's call this S. And I am going to get a 1 carry term. Like 1 plus 1, 0. So let's call this 0. So while we are doing this thing, 0 plus 0, our sum is 0 and it carry is 0 here. Okay, because there is no carry. 0 plus 1, sum is 1, carry is 0. Okay. So basically when we add two binary inputs, we get two outputs. We get a sum term and we get a carry term. Okay. So this is called actually half adder. Okay. So the first step is state the problem. Second step is determine and label the inputs and output of the circuits. Okay. So in this case, we have, these are our inputs. Okay. We determined that we have the binary inputs. Okay. And these are our outputs. There will be a sum and carry. So you should define that what are your inputs and what are your outputs. So make a block diagram, okay, of that. Then the next step is that you draw the truth table. Okay. So we get this, determine and label the inputs and output of the circuit. So the next thing is we draw the truth table. Okay. How we can draw the truth table? For example, like I will explain, 0 plus 0, sum is what? 0. And what is carry here? Carry is also 0. So 0 plus 0, my sum is 0. Carry is 0. If I add 0 plus 1, sum is 1. Carry is 0. 1 plus 0, sum is 1. Carry is 0. If we add 1 plus 1, 0 and carry is 1. So sum is 0 and carry is 1. Okay. So the next thing is draw the truth table. So once you get the truth table, what our target is implementation of half adder. So once you get the truth table, the next step is derive the logic Boolean expression from the truth table. Okay, for example, let's see here, if you want to write the Boolean logic for this sum, okay, S. So S means wherever you are getting high, you will be focusing on those inputs. So 1, okay, it means it will be equal to X bar Y, and this is 1, this will be equal to X Y bar. So if you want to get a sum signal, what you have to do? You have to implement this Boolean logic. So if you have two binary inputs and you implement this Boolean logic, you will get their sum. And if you want to implement carry, what is carry? 1. Okay, here we are getting 1. So if you relate to the inputs 1, 1, so it will be equal to x1. So if you just implement the AND operation of the inputs, and you will get the carry output, and if you implement this logic, you will get the sum. So if you guys remember from the earlier chapter, what is this thing? What is this thing? So this is basically the XOR implementation of the X and Y. So if you just use the XOR operation, okay, for example, look at the table here. Look at this table. Okay, we are looking at the sum. So when we are getting the same kind of inputs, our output is 0. When different, our output is 1. So this is your XOR gate. Okay, so by just using the XOR gate, okay, we can get the sum, and by using an AND, we can get the carry. So we have implemented a logic. So the fourth step was obtain the simplified Boolean expression. Here focus is simplified. Okay, first we get, for example, here from the sum we get this one. This is the XOR operation. Okay, you write the logic. If it is not simplified, make it simplified using Boolean algebra rules or by using K-map. Okay, so your target is get the simplified Boolean expression. This is AND. So if you implement this logic, then what will happen? So basically, I have XY, and if I just perform the XOR operation, I will get the sum, and XY, if I just use the AND operation, I will get the carry. Okay. So these are the steps. Okay, so now we get the gate level design. Okay, so we start from the stating of the problem. We want to build a half adder. Okay, determine the label the inputs and outputs. So we define the inputs, we define the outputs, we draw the truth table, and then from the truth table we get the simplified Boolean function, Boolean logic, and then we just draw the gate level design, logic diagram. Okay, so these are the steps. Now what are the limitations here? Okay, so this was the block diagram. What are the limitations of the half adder? When you are adding half adder, okay, you are adding only 2 bits. Okay, we are just adding 2 bits. For example, 0 and 0, you are getting 0, and the carry is 0. Okay, but for example, let's say we are going to add this. Okay, these are the 2 bits. X is 1 and Y is 1. So we are just going to add them. 1 plus 1, sum will be 0 and carry will be 1. Now what is happening? Here you are adding 3 bits. Okay, you get carry. Okay, in the half adder, what are you doing? You are just adding 2 bits. Okay, but the actual implementation of the adder, you actually have to add 3 bits. You get a carry here from here. So now 1 plus 1 0, 0 plus 1 1. Okay, again you get a carry. Okay, now 1 plus 0 1, 1 plus 1 0, again we get a carry. 0 plus 0, you get 1 here. So what is actually happening here? For the simple adder operation, there is no two inputs. Your inputs are 3. Your inputs are 3. So if you draw the block diagram here, so basically here we are having x and y are my binary inputs. So there is another inputs which is actually my carry in. Okay, this is called carry in. You can also refer as an input z. Okay, so this is my carry in. So basically, for example, here you have to add 3 bits. And what is the output? You get a sum and a carry. That what is the carry of that? Okay, so the inputs basically we have to perform 3 inputs. The inputs are 3 bits. Okay, including the carry, and outputs is sum and the carry. Okay, so this is my output. So this is the block diagram. Okay, so this implementation, when we get 3 bits as the input, this is actually called full adder, because now this is actually performing the full adder operation. The other one, it was just the half adder. Okay, so what we have done, we define the our problem. We get get the block diagram. We define the inputs and outputs. So what is the next step? Get the truth table. Get the truth table. So you have 3 inputs. You are adding them. Okay. So for example, let's say your inputs are let's say this is x, this is y, this is z inputs. Okay, so you have 3 inputs here. Okay, and you are adding them. Okay, so it means is if you try to make the truth table here, okay, you will get something like that. Okay, for example, let's say first case. Okay, a and b are the binary inputs for x and y. Okay, so this is 0, this is 0. So the sum of 0 and 0 is what? Sum will be 0, right? So we implement this thing. We implement this thing using half adder, right? The first half adder. Your sum is 0. Okay, what is the carry here? What is the carry out here? Carry out is 0. Okay, so your carry out is 0 here. Then you get a carry in, the third input. Okay, for example, let's say that is also 0. So 0 plus 0 will be 0. So that is actually your main sum. You have added 3 bits here. First A, B, and then your carry in. So you are adding 2 bits at a time. First you just add A and B using half adder. You get one sum, 0, and then you add the carry in that sum. So basically you have another half adder here. And then this sum is 0, and then you get the carry out for here also. So you get 2 carry outs. One carry out from here and one carry out from here. And then you just add them together. Okay. So if I draw the block diagram for this one, so what is actually happening? We get the 2 inputs, A and B. Okay. And this is our half adder. And our output will be a sum and a carry out. Okay, then this sum term, okay, this sum, it will go to the next half adder. Okay, like I have next half adder AB. Okay, so this sum term will go there, plus here we have the input, which is the carry. Then this is also half adder. So here we get the output, the final sum, and the carry out from here. So we get one carry out here, one carry out here. So we will be just or both of them, so that we can get the final carry out. Okay, so 0 plus 0, so carry out will be 0 here. So basically for the implementation of the true input binary, we get 3 inputs, A, B and the carry in, and we have to use 2 half adders. And then we get the final full adder. So this is the full adder. Okay, so this is the truth table for that. So the next step is how from this truth table we can actually draw the logic. Okay, so that try that, perform the same procedure which you have learned earlier on. Now your target is get the simplified. Okay, for example, for the sum case, if you want to write the logic, so you have to focus on this 1 and 1. For the carry out, you have to focus on these ones and the relative inputs, and then try to simplify that until you reach to the final basic logic. Okay, the minimum logic. So that is actually the full adder. So I will solve with you during the live session how we can actually get the logic for the full adder. Okay, so we will do this, try this at home. So this is the example of the full adder. We will solve this. This is another example of the full adder. We will also solve this during the live session. So the next thing is, if you want to go for, so far we have just solved the basic adder, okay, 2-bit adder, that you are just getting 2 bits. Like for example, x is 0 and y is 0, and you just add them. Okay, and then you are moving to the next bit. So 1 bit is coming at a time. Okay. So basically we can cascade the 2 or more adders to form a parallel binary adder. That what is actually happening here, first these 2 are added, then their carry out is going to the next one, for example 1 0, then these 2 bits are added, then carry out is going to the next. So this is a sequential process, one by one. So what if you want to add them together in parallel? Okay, for example, let's say you want to build a 4-bit parallel adder that you have 4 bits. Okay, for example 0 1 0 1 and 0 1 0 1, for example. Okay, so these are my inputs. Okay, x1, x2, x3 and x4, and these are my second inputs, y1, y2, y3 and y4, and I want to add them in parallel at the same time. Okay, so basically what did I require? If I just want to add the first 2 binary bits, I need one full adder for. Okay, for this I need 1 full adder. If I want to add these 2 binary bits, I need another full adder. For this I need another full adder. For this another full adder. So basically if I connect 4 full adder together, I can build a 4-bit parallel adder. So this will be my inputs. Okay, there will be 4 cascaded 4-bit full adders, and I will get the 4 sums here. So like 0 plus 0, 1 sum, 1 plus 1, 0, 0 plus 1, 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 0 and 1 carry. Okay, so we will get the sums and we will get the carry out, and there could be a 1 carry in. So this is the block diagram for the 4-bit adder. And if you draw this the block levels, it will be like this one. So you have the first 2 bits. Okay, for example 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1. So I have first 2 bits, so I need one full bit adder for them, and there will be their sum. Okay, and there will be their carry out. Okay, so carry, let's call this carry 1. Now this carry out, okay, what is actually happening here? I get the sum and this is this carry. So this carry is going to becoming the carry in of the next full adder. Okay, then for example here we get 0 1 plus 1 0, and we get 1 here. So this is my C2. This is the carry out of this adder, and it will be becoming the carry in of the next, and so on. Okay, so in this way we can actually build a 4-bit parallel adder. Okay, so that is the end of the first part of this chapter. Okay, about the adder. Okay, there are some examples which we will solve during the live session. Okay, thank you very much for your time.